Well, my friends, gird your loins, grab a barf bag because we have a Rosie O'Donnell update. Hallelujah. Rosie O'Donnell, somehow this woman has such a strong Wi-Fi connection over in Ireland that she can still call in and opine on everything going on here in American culture and politics. If I fled the country, y'all wouldn't be hearing from me again, okay? If I were some multi-millionaire celebrity like Rosie O'Donnell who moved to Ireland, y'all would not be hearing from me. I would not be sitting up here doing the show. So Rosie O'Donnell, she's apparently very upset. She's upset about a lot of things, okay? I think she's upset when she looks in the mirror. She's upset when she gets up in the morning. I think she's upset that her daughter has allegedly been arrested about half a dozen times for meth and heroin. But Rosie O'Donnell is upset about Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos' wedding, which we talked about at length on Monday's episode. We did a full deep dive. The episode did incredibly well. Thank you to those of you who tuned in and shared the episode. But Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos, they had this over-the-top, lavish wedding in Venice because they are over-the-top, lavish, multi-billionaire people. Jeff Bezos is worth $200 billion. He's not trying to be Mr. Relatable. You know what I'm saying? And that's almost what I respect about him. He's not trying to be super relatable and act like he's one of us. He's one of the, forgotten men and women of this country. Jeff Bezos is like, look, I'm worth 200 billion. I'm going to spend 50, 60 million on a wedding. I'm going to invite a bunch of random celebrities that I want to hang out with. Get over it. Screw you. But Rosie O'Donnell, she's upset. And she actually did an Instagram post. She's been churning out Instagram posts, just attacking celebrities, attacking everyone. Here's what she had to say. And she did a picture side by side of Lauren Sanchez before and after. And Rosie O'Donnell said this: "It turned my stomach, seeing all these billionaires gathering in the gross excess of it all. The show of it. Is Oprah friends with Jeff Bezos? Really? How is that possible? He treats his employees with disdain. By any metric, he's not a nice man. And his fake femme-bot wife, who looks like that? Why would he choose her after the salt of the earth, Mackenzie?" Now, Rosie, why don't you worry about your own relationship? You know what I'm saying? Rosie O'Donnell, if your side of the street looks like a freaking bomb went off, don't worry about everybody else's, okay? I have my life in order, okay? My life is going well. My career is going well. So I don't have any qualms about sitting here and ripping apart these woke, out-of-touch, ridiculous celebrities. But the irony with Rosie O'Donnell is that she's also a woke, out-of-touch, ridiculous celebrity. That is who she is. So her trying to call out Lauren Sanchez for her plastic surgery. Also, last I heard, Rosie O'Donnell was allegedly on Ozempic or some type of Ozempic alternative, so she's able to worry about her physical appearance, and she's mad about Lauren Sanchez. So we're not saying we're Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos' #1 fans here, okay? I like Thing 1 and Thing 2. I think they're little short and important, ridiculous characters. But Rosie O'Donnell, why are you so upset? Why are you so upset? You need to touch grass and get laid. That's my prescription for you. Touch grass, get laid, keep doing your Ozempic, and, enjoy your life. And real quick, before I forget, when we were looking at Rosie O'Donnell's Instagram, putting the show together, I really thought I was seeing something. I thought they were my sleep paralysis demons. I thought I was having a nightmare. Rosie O'Donnell has been hanging out with Dylan Mulvaney. This is like when two despicable people team up. I don't know, the tectonic plates are gonna shift now at this point. Rosie O'Donnell and Dylan Mulvaney, why don't they go do a reality show where they move into a cabin in Ireland and they braid each other's hair and take their hormones and their Ozempic and just inject themselves with whatever the hell they're injecting themselves with. So Rosie O'Donnell has found a new best friend, Dylan Mulvaney. Maybe they're in love. Maybe they're lovers. Dylan Mulvaney, I think he likes masculine men, so maybe Rosie O'Donnell isn't a far stretch. But some other folks who are upset about Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos' wedding are Katie Couric and Charlize Theron. And so we have the notes here. Charlize Theron, she had some things to say. She said, "I think we might be the only people who did not get an invite to Bezos' wedding, but that's okay because they suck and we're cool." Now, she said this while hosting the 5th annual block party for the Charlize Theron Africa Outreach Project on Saturday. Now, anyone who names a charity after themselves, you're probably a ridiculous celebrity yourself, okay? Charlize Theron, the fact that you call it the Charlize Theron Africa Outreach, shut the hell up. Okay, Charlize, you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You have ad campaigns with frickin' all these high fashion designers and brands and perfumes. You are no better than Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos, okay? So stop trying to act holier than thou. And you're so upset that they threw this lavish wedding, because if it was anybody else, he probably would have been at the wedding. And Charlize Theron, one thing about her we might have to dive into in a future episode, she allegedly adopted 2 boys from Africa, right? She adopted 2 young boys from Africa, which is great to give these boys a home. Apparently, both boys are now transgender. Allegedly, the kids are transgender and identify as little girls, and she's dressing them up as girls. What are the odds, Charlize Theron, that you adopt two boys from Africa and they both turn out to be transgender and now you're dressing them up as girls? That's something you should go worry about. That is maybe something on your side of the street that I would focus on as opposed to a wedding that happened in Venice. Now, the last person, Katie Couric, she had some things to say as well. She said, "Welcome to the 80s, when big hair and conspicuous consumption ruled. Apparently, tacky is back." Now, she left these comments on Jack Schlossberg's Instagram post on Friday, but since deleted the comments and the post as well. So now, Katie Couric, we don't need to hear from you either. Okay, all these women, I think they're upset they weren't invited to the wedding. They feel like, why weren't we invited to Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding? I think if they were invited, we wouldn't be hearing from them. And the Katie Couric of it all. Katie Couric is the type of person who would 100% go to this wedding. Katie Couric loves to comfort and hang out with famous, fabulous people. So Katie Couric, you're full of crap.